What's going on, everyone? My name's Michael Enriquez. I'm a bus operator out of Omer Park Depot, as well as a certified shop steward. And today we're talking about pensions. We're going to cover the basics of the NYSERS and MaBSTOA Tier 4 and Tier 6 plans, along with the basics of the MTA Bus plan. But before we dive in, if you're watching us on YouTube, please take a second to subscribe to our channel. Or if you're watching us on Facebook, please like or follow our page. Let's get to it. Whether you're OA or TA, if you were hired before April 2012, you're part of the Tier 4 pension plan. Under Tier 4, you're entitled to a retirement benefit once you've completed 25 years of service and are at least 55 years old. Throughout your career, you're required to make pension contributions. Under the Tier 4 plan, you're required to contribute 2% of your wages. Under Tier 4, you're vested after 5 years of service. Now, let's talk about how a Tier 4 pension is calculated. If you have completed 25 years of service and are at least 55 years old, you're entitled to a pension. The formula used to calculate your pension is 2% times your final average salary times your years of service for up to 30 years. If you have more than 30 years of service, you would receive 1.5% times your final average salary for each year over 30. So to figure out our pension payments, we need to know what is your final average salary. Under Tier 4, your final average salary is the greater of either your 3 highest earning consecutive years or your last 3 years immediately before retirement. Using the formula mentioned before, let's say you retired at 55 years old with a final average salary of $87,000 and had 25 years of service. Your pension benefit will be calculated as follows. 2% times 87,000. This gives us $1,740. We would then take $1,740 and multiply that by your years of service. We then end up with $43,500. This would be the annual pension amount. To figure out the monthly payments, we would divide $43,500 by 12 and end up with $3,625 per month. Now, if you're OA or TA and you were hired after April 2012, you're a part of what's known as the Tier 6 pension plan. Under the Tier 6 plan, you're entitled to a retirement benefit after completing 25 years of service and you're at least 55 years old. As a Tier 6 member, pension contributions are variable. They can range anywhere between 3% and 6% depending on how much you earn. Let's take a deeper look at that. Member contributions are divided into 5 income brackets. Your contribution rate is determined by what you earned 2 plan years prior. As an example, if in 2022 you earned $77,000, in 2024 you will contribute 5.75% into the pension. Under the Tier 6 plan, you're vested after 5 years of service. If you have completed 25 years of service and are at least 55 years old, you're entitled to a pension. The formula used to calculate your pension payment is the same as Tier 4, except when it comes to determining your final average salary, not all wages are pensionable. Under Tier 6, there is an overtime cap. The cap is currently around $19,500 and increases each year at the same rate as inflation. So as an example, let's say a Tier 6 employee earned $100,000 in 2022, but their base salary was only $60,000. Of that $100,000, only $79,500 will be used to determine their pension amount. Under Tier 6, your final average salary is the greater of either your 5 highest earning consecutive years or your last 5 years immediately before retirement. To calculate your Tier 6 pension payment, you would use the same formula as Tier 4. Under the MTA Bus plan, you're entitled to a retirement benefit once you've completed at least 20 years of service and are at least 57 years old. But there are a few exceptions. If you originally worked at Baisley Park, College Point, or LaGuardia Depot and were hired before June 2009, you may be eligible to retire after 20 years of service and if you're at least 55 years old. Under the MTA Bus pension plan, you're vested after 5 years of service. Pension contributions are a fixed dollar amount, regardless of how much you earn. Currently, the contribution rate is $41.52 per week. Contribution rates are tied to general wage increases, so if you received a 10% raise, the contribution rate would increase by that same percentage. Unlike the Tier 4 or Tier 6 pensions, changes to the MTA Bus pension can be directly negotiated in the contract. The way the MTA Bus pension is currently calculated is by taking your years of service and multiplying it by a pension credit multiplier. Currently, the pension credit multiplier is $150.03 per year of service. So as an example, Let's say I had 20 years of service and retired at age 57. I will be entitled to a pension that is equal to 20 times the pension credit multiplier of $150.03, which comes out to $3,000.60 per month. Like the contribution rate, the pension credit multiplier is tied to general wage increases. So if you received a 10% raise, the pension credit multiplier would increase by that same percentage. So that wraps up the basics of the Tier 4, Tier 6, and MTA Bus pension plans. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, if you're watching us on YouTube, please take a second to subscribe to our channel. Or if you're watching us on Facebook, please like or follow our page. Until next time.